What's up, YouTube, and welcome to Cooking with Calvin. Today I'm going to show you my take on a pan-seared ribeye steak in my cast iron skillet. Stay tuned, sit back, check me out. First of all, I'm gonna just chop up some veggies right here. I have some zucchini, which I'm gonna chop fairly thin. I just have one zucchini. I'm not eating a lot today. It's just me. So I'll chop one of these up. And I may not even chop the whole zucchini up. Also, I have a squash. Cut the ends off of them. And just slice it pretty thin. If you like yours more thicker, then you can slice yours up a little thicker. But I like mine kind of thin. Just get these out the way. As you can see, I have my white cutting board for vegetables. Here I have a 1.5 inch thick ribeye steak. Beautiful marbling on it. It's pretty pink and fresh. It's washed up and cleaned up and patted dry with paper towels to make sure it's dry. You don't need a lot of seasoning for these types of steaks. All you need is some salt and pepper for real. I'm using kosher salt today. I like it thick. So first of all, just spray it with some olive oil. That's what I did. Or you can use whatever kind of oil that you like. I sprayed mine with some olive oil, which acts as an adhesive, a binder. And then I got some kosher salt. Sprinkle it generously. These type of steaks, they can take some seasoning. You definitely don't want it salty, but get kosher salt. Or this right here, what I have is, it's a kosher salt, but it's actually just a thick kosher salt. Sprinkle it generally. I'm going to add some black pepper as well. I like whole black pepper. I crack it myself so I can have nice thick chunks of pepper. Not a whole lot. And then make sure you pat this seasoning down into the steaks, into the grooves of the steak. Now you can coat this steak generously because, as you know, 35% of the salt will fall off as you sear the steak. So it may look like it's salty, but it's definitely not. This is sea salt, actually. You can just coat it really nicely and make sure you coat it from end to end. Be sure to add salt and pepper to both sides of your steak. Pat it in so the salt and pepper would adhere to the steak, all into the grooves and everything. Usually I don't add any other seasonings besides kosher or sea salt and pepper to my steak, but today I have this seasoning called it's onion, pepper, sea salt type of seasoning, and I just added just a little bit. I didn't add a lot. I didn't want it salty at all, but just to kind of spice it up a little bit, I added a little bit. But you don't have to do that. Here I have my cast iron skillet. I set it on the stove for about 5 minutes, let it heat up, and then I put some olive oil, or you can use canola oil, into your skillet. Let it get really hot. Put it on like a medium to high temperature. Let it get really hot till it starts smoking just a bit. Lay your steak in away from you so nothing splashes on you or anything like that, and just let it sit. Don't turn it to nothing right away. you can press down on it to make sure the bottom of the steak adhere to the skillet and get a even crust on it is what you want. We're just searing the steak. Me, myself, I like mine medium to medium well. You know, I know a lot of people want theirs mid-rare. They want their steaks rare or something like that. To each its own. Just take it out earlier. Cook it about, if you want it rare to medium rare, cook your steak 2 minutes on each side. I cook mine 4 minutes on each side because I wanted mine more done. So I want a medium to medium well this time. Lift your steak up just a bit on the end just to make sure you got that crust. When you feel you got that crust on one side, turn it over. And as you can see on my cutting board, I have all my ingredients: butter, a big spoon, thyme, and rosemary. I'll start to add my butter in after I turn my steak over. You don't want to do it before because your butter will burn. So I'm adding my butter in. As you can see, I'm also adding a leaf of rosemary, a leaf of thyme, and I have 4 small garlic cloves that I'll add into the skillet and let it cook. Depending on what you want your temperature at, you can cook it on 2 minutes, for 2 minutes on this side. Or if you want it medium to mid well, like mine, you'll cook it for 3.5 to 4 minutes. Now I'm going to begin to baste my steak with all those juices from those garlic cloves, from that butter, that thyme, and that rosemary. I tilt the skillet and got my big spoon, and I'm beginning to baste my steak. I'm going to baste it with this butter and these seasonings. It's actually cooking the top of that steak, giving all that goodness and all those flavors on the steak, basting it as it cooks. This steak is almost done. Now today I'm not using my meat thermometer, but if I was, I would want this steak at 140 to 145 degrees. For y'all that like y'all's rare or medium rare, you would want your steak 120 to 130. Use your meat thermometer so you're precise. Now I will take the steak off, set it on my rack with aluminum foil under it so it can rest for 10 to 15 minutes. It's very important that you let it rest, let it relax, let all those juices and herbs adhere and tenderize the steak. Now I have my vegetables, which is zucchini and squash. I didn't season it at first because there's seasoning in the steak seasoning grease that I had. And now I'm just putting my vegetables in the skillet. I did add just a little bit more of my onion, garlic, sea salt seasoning and some black pepper to my vegetables. Not a lot, because I don't like salty food at all, but I want those flavors. I want to taste those flavors. Also, I pulled like half of the seasoning, the grease, off to make those vegetables pop. Now that my steak has rested, I'm going to cut it against the grain, short ways, not long ways, at an angle to give it like a nice look. Slicing it about quarter of an inch thick, not too thin, so you can at least taste your meat. And there we have it. I had to give it a taste. Perfectly medium well. Definitely not well. I definitely do not like a well done steak, but medium to medium well. I love it. Sometimes medium to each its own. Like I said, if you like yours more medium or rare, just take it off earlier. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you. Holler back at me in the comments. Let me know how did you like this recipe? How would you cook yours? And what type of sides would you cook with yours? Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Till next time.